Hello and welcome to Seattle, Washington for the Spikeball Tour Series Challenger with my brother Ezra Dantowitz. I'm Ben Dantowitz, and we're about to jump into Game 1 of our premier semifinals match. It's going to be featuring Wonky Sauce from British Columbia, and we've got of Denver, Colorado, Jackson, Bond, and Michael Sue. Ezra, you were just catching up with Jackson, his road to premiere over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, Jackson's like a local hero in the Denver community. You might not have seen him before, but he is a beast of a competitor. He played with Buddy Hammond back in Vegas this year, and then he just qualified for Premier in Utah a few weeks ago. And Michael Sue had told him, if you qualify for Premier in Utah, I'll play Seattle with you. So he is coming through on that promise, and they've made their way to the semifinals.
Yeah. As far as qualifying for Premier, Seattle actually special space for Michael Sue, who not 3 years ago now qualified for Premier in his very first Spikeball Tour Series event. So very exciting space for him, competing super well. They took out the Montana Moose Riders in the quarterfinals. Pretty competitive, but won in 2 games there. Wonky Sauce has had a really treacherous path to get here today, starting out with a big loss against Etienne and Emerson Dean out of Canada as well. They're
in pool play.
In pool play. Yep. To come back from that draw and make it all the way to the semifinals here. They're coming back for a vengeance.
Yeah,
in the Spikeball Tour Series.
I think we're just about ready to get started. Jackson Bond has the ball to serve.
Yes, I believe Wonky Sauce, despite that 1-game loss, is coming in with a higher seed here, likely giving the serve to their opponents in Game 1. And Bond, you can see the frame. He's been touching so many balls today, chasing them down. Steps out wide again, kicks left, drops in play.
Wearing the trademark sweatpants, too. You can see the mud stains on those knees. Shows you just how hard he's been working.
Yeah. Bosak, no problem on the backhand. Put away, giving the ball to one of the most lethal servers in the world, per his teammate, Justin Plett.
You're going to learn it pretty quick, but Wonky Sauce is known for having lefty reverse, righty cut, lefty reverse. They've got everything, and the tricky part is just knowing what they're going to hit, because they're always on, they're always landing, and they're all deadly.
And for Sue there, wisely needing to play any serve that doesn't jump side to side on him. Rips just high on Plett.
And so Michael Sue now on his second serve.
Rips it right at him, jams for the ace.
They're discussing if it was a side pocket there. Again, if it changes a little bit direction sideways and it's on the side third of the net, it's going to be a side pocket. Discussing here where it landed on the net. Looks like they're going to replay it. They have one observer on the side, Carol Hoy, but she is not in a great position to see the side. She's focused more on whether the serves are high. And
so a second serve there. Just a double fault.
And so 2-1 now.
Plett steps right. Pulls it.
My
clean pass.
What is that? That's so low. Like, a lot of people can hit him wide, but he steps out, he can hit that wide, and you know he can go back to the backdoor reverse or lefty. It's just so hard to stay in front of those balls.
Yeah, that corkscrew spin just jetting the ball out to the side. Sees him step out wide again. Goes lefty.
Goodness.
A mirror image.
Wow.
Beautiful cut serve.
That's disgusting.
From Blake Bosak.
Like, those were the same serves, just mirrored. I mean, you said it perfectly. They're both low. They're both so wide, and you're not getting a hand on either of them.
Early split 4-1. Steps out right again. Off the rim.
That one's not playable, but against Wonky Sauce, it's definitely worth taking your touches on those faults. If they hit rim, the ball pops up, especially on a first serve, obviously. You want to take a touch, see if you can get it in play.
Every which way, a big pull, and it's just off the fingertips of Blake Bosak. Like you said, the second point, the first one was played off of a faulted serve by Justin Plett from Michael Sue. So, yeah, needing to see those first touches out. Luckily, when the serve is a fault, you are allowed to play the first touch, assess if you want to play through the fault, or push a second serve. Against Wonky, you usually don't want to give them a second serve. They're so lethal. Bond puts that clean past Bosak there.
So Bond also known for having a variety of serves. You saw him faking left there and then eventually going to his right. He said his favorite serve is the wide right cut serve, but let's see if he goes to the left here just to keep him honest.
Yeah. Bond is, what, 6'20"? So he's able to reach so far wide that even though he doesn't get a ton of movement the way that we see Wonky get it on their lefts and rights, he's able to get the ball with so much width anyway, just by reaching and tossing, that you have to respect his lefts, even if they aren't the fastest. And it opens up his favorite serve there. Stepping left now. Pulls it. It just rolls up high above Plett's shoulders.
See if we can get a feel for Plett serving today.
Another one off the back pocket. Sue wisely plays through another fault. So Plett yet to get going, and Wonky already up a couple of points in game one.
Great awareness there from Sue and Bond, taking that bad serve and just playing it. And great play by Sue, not waiting to set it, but just hitting it away right on two.
Sue in a split stance here. Right over left, opens his hips, drops it. Easy pickup for Bosak. Well controlled. A touch from Bond. Off net for the set, and he can't recover.
Great touch there from Bond. The set just pushes him a little bit too far, and you see Bond ranging a few feet outside the no-hit zone, trying to crank that on his right hand. Missed opportunity for Sue and Bond for sure.
Yeah, they'll want that back. Now down 2 here early in the game. Bosak steps right again. Quick trigger on the left.
You can hear the players maybe laughing about that. It's just like, if he hits that, you're done. There's nothing you can really do if they're landing their best serves.
Couple fakes each way, and that one,
goodness,
it rolls up. It still stays below Sue's shoulder. That's how low his serves are.
Yeah.
Even when they roll up high.
Yeah, even when they roll up high, they're still staying below the shoulders.
Ridiculous.
Just doing a great job to stay on top of the ball as he's finishing over that serve.
Ooh.
That Picone lefty. I don't know if there's a name for it yet, but that kind of just
yeah.
step
We've
out
seen Will Picone throw that out back in Richmond. We saw it. We've seen it from a couple other players on the scene.
Oh my goodness.
We haven't seen a reverse quite like that today, though.
Definitely not today. It's going to be a challenge to see if Sue and Bond can adjust to these serves in game one, or if it takes till later in the series for them to start finding on where on the net those balls are hitting and getting the ups. Oh my gosh. Getting a hand on it there, right? So if you can get a hand on it, you can get it up, and that's definitely the note that Sue has to have is he's right there. His hand's on the ball. If you can just pop that up a little bit, they have a chance to make a recovery set and get the hold.
Certainly a matter of just seeing the ball once or twice. But because Bosak and Plett, respectively, can each go so many different ways, it doesn't matter if you see one thing once because you need to see everything once. Now, all of a sudden, you're giving away 3, 4, 5 aces just to see each ball once. Yeah. So you have to almost invest game one if you're already down 4 points here, unless Bond and Sue can really pressure at that same level. Bond faking a lot to the left, trying to get some respect on it in play, but put away.
Great receive by Bosak there. You see he's keeping his stance low, which one means that the bar for how high a serve can go stays low. You can't hit a high serve by him, but he's also doing well to keep his weight underneath him so that he can shift left and right to where the server moves. Ooh, missed serve there by Plett.
Lefty pull. Sue maybe
Side
calls
pocket,
side
looks like.
pocket there. Okay. Just looking for the signal.
Score should now be 6-10, Sue serving.
Couple good fakes from Sue there. Didn't get a lot of bite off of Plett.
Yeah, really no issue with it. You saw that's a good serve for most players. This top level, now we're talking top 4 at a tour stop. Wonky Sauce has no problem receiving that.
Not only top 4 at a tour stop, but Wonky Sauce also the reigning Canadian national champions. So down here in Seattle, representing Team Canada, trying to take on some of USA's best and brightest talents. They've already downed Pathos of Utah en route to this semifinal berth.
Wow.
And that cut serve really wide, but may have been above the shoulder of Blake Bosak. They go to Karahoy, signaling high there as the observer. That, of course, a passive call.
Second serve now for Bond. See if he goes back to that ready cut or mixes it up.
Opens the instep, goes lefty quite wide.
Wow.
Bosak getting a taste of his own medicine from earlier in the match.
So I think the big difference you'll notice is, one, for Wonky Sauce, they can go both reverse and cut from both sides, but also a little bit quicker on the trigger the way they step out and then move their weight around. Bond, when he steps out, it takes him a minute to plant, and then he's going to hit his serves. Ooh, that's nice, though.
Yeah. And the only thing he makes up for, despite lacking those quick triggers and maybe that reverse cut spin, is he does have a wider frame than any of these players, so he's able to pressure a wider range of angles just because of his frame.
Exactly. He's probably got 6 inches of both the Canadians.
And we've got some gusty wind here in the booth. Plett's losing his hat. Got to be careful to not drop that on the net for a point loss violation.
We've had pretty good weather most of the day. A little bit wet. The field sure took some rain, but it's been clear and even sunny for a good chunk of the day. Wind is just coming in a few gusts, so shouldn't play too much of a factor on our competitors.
Picks up the drop, no problem. Lefty push maybe just narrowly clears Plett.
Almost hitting his teammate there. One thing, the last time we saw Wonky Sauce was the California Tour Stop in 2021 when they played Assistive Touch. And a lot of time, Assistive Touch was just dropping on a second serve, just putting it in play. And Wonky was having some trouble playing clean offense and just killing that ball. So far, we've seen a few drops on 2 where they've made the adjustment. They're not having any trouble on offense. And you just have to do that at this level. You can't give away free points.
They look like a much different team. Certainly leveled up since last September. And right there, they actually drop a ball right in play. And Michael Sue, the offensive player, unable to just put it away.
And talking about their looks, I mean, these jerseys are fresh. I think this is the debut for these new red threads. You can see the Wonky Sauce across the front and a little bit of a grid pattern going across.
Getting away from that Dixie Cup style white and blue and pink, and a little more of Team Canada red and black colors here.
Yeah, so Sue missed that hit in the last point, so it's now 13-9. Wonky Sauce in the advantage midway through this game.
Plett steps left, fakes a couple each way, drops it. Good pickup from Bond. Gets a soft touch potentially. Ooh. Oh.
A little bit of a breakdown there.
Bond's frame here able to pick this up and forgive a really good serve.
Yeah, it's just a hinder there. Bond not doing anything wrong, just happens to be in the way. So they'll replay it.
First one off the rim. So back to this second serve situation. Plett steps right this time. Drops again. Sue drops.
Oh, the cheeky drop. Love that. He sees Bosak clearing out, right? And so he's trying to set up for that defense on the hit on 3. Sue recognizes that right away and just drops it right in front of Plett. Great heads-up play.
Very much not the hit you would expect, and that's why it's so good, even though it's not necessarily a spectacular rip where he's clearing the ball past the defense. Sue second serve, in step, jam right at him. Backing up and over. So Wonky's still looking really clean on offense. Bond has pressured a few serves for a couple breaks, but they've mostly been dictating the pace as Bosak steps left.
Yeah, we haven't seen Wonky really take over. They had a few good breaks to go up early, and they've kind of just stayed on that pace, 3 to 5 point lead the rest of the way. That serve right at him, just a jam. See if they can take advantage here, and great defensive play there by Wonky Sauce.
See the instep. Sue gets great height on that, so Bond has time to find the set. Lefty's bodied clean, though.
Ooh, just going for the cut. It kind of changed the approach here. Yet you're seeing less step outs and fakes from Bosak. Kind of just going right into this. You saw the jam on Sue last time. Looked like he just went for a cut. See what he goes to here, but really has not gone to the. There's the left.
Yeah, other than that one left early when he mirrored his own serves.
Mm-hmm. And some of them might just be still feeling out their game. They've only had like 2 bracket series so far. Not the biggest tournament, so they haven't had like all day to work through their serves. I don't know if it's just some time down and now after an hour of sitting, they're trying to figure out how do they want to approach their serving here.
Yeah, we often talk about a server getting hot in the course of a game, but sometimes it's just a matter of staying warm throughout the day, not letting the muscles tense up, match to match. Plett's been relatively quiet on that front. Perhaps a little cold as he steps out, fakes each way, finds a lobster trap.
Yeah. I mean, we're right on the coast. There's got to be good seafood around here somewhere, right?
Are you vegetarian?
Well, yeah, I mean, but like for the fans.
For the fans.
For the fans, yeah.
For everyone watching at home.
Yeah. It's either like Pike Place Market or under this spike ball net.
Yeah.
Good serve from Sue.
I think they're equally expensive, too.
Oh. Kind of a pedestrian pace of play here, honestly. Like, neither team seems to be going after it, just kind of walking back and forth with holds at this point. And now it's 17-12.
Right. And as we discussed with Bond, Stu, needing to figure out these serve receives.
There's a good receive. And just hammers that away on the right pole. So Wonky Sauce really has not got the serve pressure in the second half of this game. They got a lot of work done early. I don't know if they just haven't landed their best stuff or if Sue and Bond are now figuring it out. But some momentum for them there. And another big serve from Bond, stepping out of the righty cut and getting the ace.
Yeah. Why not go with your favorite in crunch time now? Within 3. Fakes a couple each way, but he goes back.
Again. Just going into that pocket and come back up. If they can build some momentum here, even if they don't take game 1, having now seen the serves of Wonky Sauce, they have a good chance to come back in game 2. Oh, great
Off
spot
Sue.
for Sue. This is the type of spot where a great player can just end a game on their own will. If Plett just serves really well, definitely a chance he just serves out, takes this game 21-14.
Nice little lefty reverse cut.
Yeah, why not get started with one of those?
Bonsu trying to find momentum going into game 2, whereas Wonky Sauce wants nothing to do with any momentum.
Just shut him down, roll through the opposition.
Make this end of game 1 more of a warm-up for him. Bit of a prelude for game 2. A nice lefty pull. And the set is just off the net. Looked like Sue ran out of squares.
Serve 15-19. Really needs a break here if they want a chance at this.
Good drop effort there. He went with a bit of a full swing. He sliced under it instead of dropping his elbow there for the fake.
All right. Sorry if you experienced a break in the action. Had a few technical difficulties, but should be coming to you live now. Great serve there by Bosak. Jackson gets a decent return, but the set's just not enough, and so Wonky Sauce will take game 1 21-15. We saw not that much, honestly. There were some great serves throughout by both Bond and both of the boys on Wonky Sauce.
I don't even know how much our fans at home got to watch there due to the technical difficulties. But hopefully you guys are back online. And yeah, the story there really, Wonky set the pace with a couple of strong aces, especially by Bosak. Bond answered with a couple of his own, but they really just held that lead and nursed it all the way to 21.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with Wonky's serving pace, but we'll see if Bond and Sue can do that in game 2 and maybe up the receiving game.
Yes.
All right, so we'll take a break and be back with you in a few for game 2.
Welcome back to Seattle. We're going to rejoin game 2 for the premier semifinals match with Wonky Sauce versus Bond Sue. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, Wonky Sauce took game 1 back of some of their strong serving. If you haven't seen them play before, you're in for a treat. They've got all the serves, lefty, righty, reverse, cut. They can do it all, so let's see what they pull from their bag of tricks this game. Last game we saw kind of a mix of it all. Plett hitting that lefty reverse late in the game to build on that lead, but they were already up 4 or 5, so it's all about building that lead early for them and then seeing if they can cruise just like they did in game 1. I think Sue and Bond serve first in game 1, so it should be Wonky Sauce here, and that's the case. Blake Bosak to serve. If you haven't seen them play, they were at the California Tour Stop in 2021. They came down from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Yes, that is Canada. Oh my goodness. And they did a lot of that. They did a lot of acing.
They did a lot of cutting off your commentary with those reverse cuts. Just one observation for Blake Bosak, calling his teammate just one of the best servers in the world, taking the ball from him first to start this game. Who is that?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got one of the best servers in the world on your team, I'm letting that guy serve first, unless my name is Rahul Murthy, and then, like, maybe I'd serve first.
Sheesh. Second serve goes by the way of a lobster trap, though. Bond has been able to apply this pressure, not with the reverse cuts, but just with his wide frame.
Oh, that was a huge step.
Good
that
if it goes.
Great. That's like right in line with where we are on the camera, and I really wanted that to land. It looked very cool.
Fakes left, but goes left.
Jackson Bond, 6'4" out of Denver, Colorado. He's been playing there for about a year and a half, he said, and kind of quickly got really good, which is not going to be hard to believe when you see him play today. He only got Premier a few weeks ago at the Utah Roundnet tournament, but he's going to be a good player, and you're going to hear a lot more about him.
Yeah, his first Premier Division appearance a couple weeks after earning it at one of the SAO qualifying events for Premier. Michael Sue opens up a fault.
Yeah, and if Bond is a power player, Michael Sue is the perfect crafty player to complement him. He's got a different skill set than you might see from the other 3 players on the net, but he's got drops and some wild hits that'll just throw you off your game if you're the receiving team.
Yeah, as much as the other 3 players in that are strong athletes, Sue is a bit of an X factor in just his ability to recover off net and throw his body willingly all over the place to make a play. Bosak steps right, fakes left, and then pulls a cut serve. Shin high, well past Bond.
It's just so low and so wide. Like, if I could have one of those attributes on my serves, I'd take it. I'd pay $75.
In game 1, we talked about Bond maybe needing $80. And it sold.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Another good one
Another one in play. Not as low, not as wide.
Great left.
Recovery set to the
Oh,
backhand.
goodness.
Fantastic effort. And we've got a bit of wind gust in there, so if you thought that set was good, it's even better than you think with the elements challenging the Wonky Sauce recovery here. Nice body up for Bosak. And look at him just step across the no-hit zone as he hits that backhand so cleanly.
Yeah, he loves that backhand. He'll do a little bit of it over the net to just hit it directly behind him, but it's a great get-out-of-jail-free card when you have a set that's a little bit off. You just need to figure out how to get the ball right back in the middle of the net.
Lining up second serve. Steps right, fakes, pulls it again.
A little bit of a
Probably hinder there, yeah.
That ball, so Bond hits the ball, it hits Plett, bounces up, but after it hits Plett, it bounces up into Bond. And so Bosak probably would have had a play there a little bit quick, so it's hard to know for sure. Players still discussing now if they would have had a play, Wonky Sauce that is. If they would have, then it should be a replay. But we'll see what the players come to decide.
They might be going to our observing squad.
Or maybe they're discussing if Plett was hindering Bond in his follow-through.
It's a bang-bang play, right, where the offense has the freedom to make their play and hit the ball. However, as soon as the defense starts their play on the ball, then
if Bond's in the way,
there's
right,
no
like,
question that
hinder.
Bond made a defensive hinder on Plett, but whether Plett made a defensive hinder on Bond and whether that should result in potentially, if it was an avoidable hinder, a loss of point instead of a replay, right? If there's two different unavoidable hinders back to back, it's just a replay no matter how they slice it.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to be going that way for a replay.
Agreeing, replay. Seems like that's the right call. Pretty agreeable teams today.
Yeah, agreeable weather, agreeable teams, good times. Hampton Farms. Blake Bosak steps out again.
Oh, good serve. Great hit.
That's got to be exhausting for Jackson Bond. You replay the point, you get another fault. You've now just shuffled side to side, maybe like the last 30 seconds to a minute straight, dealing with the serve receiver Blake Bosak. You got to feel for the guy.
I mean, his clouds must be on fire. But, I mean, that hit, too, is a very smart hit. You've seen him powering the ball, and that's what he did on that replay point, kind of just powered it right into Plett. On that one, though, he recognizes the space and hits an open push shot just through the defense.
And speaking of space, a lot of space between Jackson Bond's serve and the net there.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You definitely want to... There's a reason I'm behind the booth. I'm not that good. But
You want, like, no space between the ball and the net, ideally, because you want them touching.
you want space between the ball and your opponent after it hits the net.
Yeah.
And he actually he got them out of order.
Looked like a lefty reverse attempted from Plett there, but not getting it to land.
Sue, well settled, great push in the gap. And comparing Plett to a lot of other players who might miss hit their serves and ask the question, was that a reverse cut attempt? For Plett, you actually think he's hitting a reverse cut with his offhand. He's just that good.
Yeah, yeah. None of the hitting the side pocket and bouncing back and saying, was that a reverse? No, you know he can hit that.
Second from Sue. In step, pulls it off the rim.
He's going for it. I like that here. They're definitely outmatched in the serving game, and so if Sue's going to rely on just drop serves and trying to put the ball on, I don't think that they'll be able to keep up with Wonky Sauce. If he's able to put some pressure on with those fast-paced serves like we saw a little bit in Game 1, maybe they can catch a few breaks and keep up with Wonky.
Yeah, for Sue and Bond, they need to be thinking for high variance serves.
Yeah.
They need to go for broke.
No reason to leave it on the court today.
Tough recovery effort from Sue.
Yeah, just a little bit late to the ball, and I think that's what leads to that set being 5 feet off net.
Nice reverse there from Bosak.
Great receive
Good
there by
receive.
Sue. Yeah, and then chopping with the left. A smart hit there, recognizing the defense up close. He can just chop it over them. Looked like a little bit of an awkward swing, but with a set that high, that's really all he could figure out.
Yeah, the set was kind of lasered, and it was coming in pretty high. Speaking of lasers, though, Jackson Bond clean past Justin Plett.
Do you hear that chant? USA.
Yeah, I think that's the fans in the background gathering in support of our U.S.-based players.
What?
The lefty drop
was not clean.
The
Okay,
lefty
good.
drop. The lefty drop looked
that
like it
was
hit rim.
disgusting.
It looked like it hit rim.
Yeah, like
from here.
I couldn't imagine it being clean, but if it was, oh my.
Steps right. Couple fakes left. Goes left. Another drop.
You see, you just need a little bit more on the surge to give Wonky Sauce the pressure. We've seen them look pretty comfortable when they're receiving the drops and just playing 1-2-3 offense. Need to hit the fast serves, get them out of system, and then maybe have a chance to D them up. Talk about quads being on fire, though. I don't know if you've seen Wonky Sauce's shorts, but their quads are huge, and it shows in the way that they're hitting these serves where they're stepping out and shifting their way back and forth. Ooh, another miss set there from Stu and Bond. This time it's Bond, though, who wasn't able to make the recovery play.
Yeah, when receive is that much of a challenge, everything else needs to be sharp to even have a chance in this game. Giving away points like that there won't do it. Plett's going to go into the leg of the set. Bold strategy, Cotton.
And Plett looks pretty comfortable here. Stepping out. Just the drop. Yeah, so clean offense there from Bond and Sue. That's what they need, just a reset. They're only back 3, right? 7-10 here. If Sue can get something going here, they're very much alive in this game, but they really can't afford any more mistakes.
Sue sizing up the serve. Steps right. Fakes twice. Are you buying those serves, Ezra?
I like the fakes. I think the wilder you look as a server, the less predictable you are, and receiving it becomes a nightmare.
Do you have to swing wildly when you're actually hitting your serves too, or just on the fakes?
So I was talking with Wonky Sauce about this yesterday, and the tip they gave me is you want your fakes to look like your real serves. And I'm calling baloney. I want your fakes to look as wild as possible, and then your serves also to look as wild as possible, if ideally. In ideal
So you
case,
do want them to look the same.
well, I mean, but if your serves, like, you can't land them looking wild, then I guess, like, just make your serves look normal. But wild fakes are OP.
So Wonky's advice is you want your fakes to look like your serves. Your advice is you want your serves to look like your fakes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that summary.
That's what I'm
fine with
hearing.
that summary.
Okay, just to put a button on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the action. Bosak steps left.
Good receive? No? Never mind.
Bond gives chase, and
I apologize.
Yeah.
I had a bad view. That was not a good receive. It was a good serve.
it was a good serve. Sue got a lot of height on it. I don't think the wind is helping him out as far as bringing the ball closer to Bond for the set.
Yeah, a little bit of a gust that just picked up now. Good time to inflate your air couch for the guy over here.
Bosak going left again, a drop.
And I think we just haven't seen the intensity in this match. It might just be that Wonky Sauce is outclassing the opponent, but they look very comfortable, and Bond and Sue maybe haven't been able to step it up a level.
Yeah, we talked about the receives being important, the sets being important, and now even just they get the set over the net and they can't get the put away. Nothing really firing for Bond Stu here. Now down to 6.
Yeah.
Facing elimination in the semifinals here.
If this score holds and Wonky Sauce wins, they will take the series advance to finals, and they would be playing Shifty, which is Sam Buckman and Trevor Barbosa out of California. They won the semifinal on the other side of the bracket, taking down Malachi and Austin from Pacific Northwest.
Sue almost with a soft touch there.
But yeah, it's just all Wonky right now.
Like even in system here, Wonky's just getting the touch, and the recovery set is a dime.
Yeah, just great touch by both Bosak and Plett throughout the series. Kind of demonstrating
Bosak,
that they
a
are
ridiculous reverse cut.
Wow. Okay, yeah, just wow. Dang.
Queuing that up. Ooh, from the fancy angle here.
Another jam. No, that's pocket. Okay. The Bosak second serve here, 15-7. Up big in game 2. Just looking to close it out.
Oh my word.
That's so low, so
was
wide.
wider, yeah.
I don't even know if that one cut. I think that might have
That
just
one
been
didn't cut
angled.
from my
Yeah.
angle. We in the booth had a great view of that one. You see the replay here. Just a
Just like a
clean
baby
lefty
cut,
topspin
yeah.
serve, yeah.
Yeah.
Enough cut to make sure that that side pocket doesn't pull it back the other way.
Fair,
But
fair.
otherwise, pretty flat serve.
Just wonky.
Am I allowed to call any of Blake
Oh my
Bosak's serves
gosh.
flat?
And that ball's just like by Bond's hand. At this point, it's probably just a little bit of being demoralized by the score. 17-7,
Yeah.
game 2.
Game 1, they set the pace. Game 2, they're really just ratcheting up, getting their eyes on the finals. Oh my gosh.
So, man, this is yeah.
I'm beginning to understand why Blake wanted to start the game with the ball in his hands.
Yeah. I agree with that call.
I'm
now.
beginning to see. Maybe Justin should serve first, though.
No.
Maybe.
No, I give it to Blake after this game's performance for sure.
Who's to say?
18-7, just 3 points away from
There's
walking into finals.
one thing I know about finances and round end. It's that past performance is not a predictor of future success.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Market is down. Bye. So finally ending that streak. I think that was 4 in a row.
Well, yeah, if you close your eyes and just say 8-8, it sounds like a close game.
Yeah, 18. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Come on,
Sue gives chase. It's a long recovery set. Can he find the net? Oh, just short.
Try. Great heads-up play by Plett there, but an excellent serve by Bond, and it's almost a shame that they don't earn the break off of it.
Yeah, that serve was worth at least 1 break. It was on par with the serves Bosak just tore through.
But just great serve receive by Bosak, able to dive and get that ball up, give his teammate a chance. I think in a close game, Plett probably could have set that, but good heads-up play with his partner on the ground to just whack it away.
Absolutely. And we're getting that side-by-side of 2 really good serves by 2 really strong players, but Wonky Sauce showing they're the complete skill set. They've got that serve receive to be able to get the ball up, maybe make an interesting decision with the 2.
But they're also making the defensive plays, right? We saw Sue got a touch there. They just weren't able to convert and get it back to net. For the most part, when Wonky Sauce has been out of system, exception on that last play, right, they've been able to make the sets and get the ball back.
Yeah.
And that's the type of play you need at this level, because you're not always going to get perfect receives. You're not always going to get the best touch, and so you need to be able to set your partner back to net and put the ball away consistently.
Yeah, but keying in on that second touch, so important. Sue trying to work his way back into this game.
10-19 second serve, though. Not a lot left.
Placed well, though. Oh, just skims Bond's hand. Oh.
So we'll have Deca match point.
Deca match point, yeah. For those who love their prefixes, they have 10 chances in a row to win the match. Blake is thinking for just 1, though. $11 if you count the second fault he gets here.
I don't think that's going to count.
That's not how it works, yeah.
That's not it.
Reverse cut effort there. Look to be off the side pocket.
Double fault. Jackson Bond with the ball. 1 at a time, but you need 9. You need 9 here.
Yeah. You take a timeout here, just practice serves for like a minute just to get 9 rips?
I think get your first 2 aces and then take the timeout.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you should have taken the timeout. It's not too late. You can still take the timeout now.
Could take the timeout between
Actually,
faults.
yeah, I think that's the straight. Swing as hard as you can on your first serve. If you miss, take the timeout, practice. Okay, don't do that. Sorry.
Okay.
But that's the game.
Well, we're all Monday morning quarterbacks sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, we lost round of 16 and then lost our consolation match. Who are we to talk?
We won a couple points today.
We won some points
over here. But anyway, Wonky Sauce taking care of business in the semifinals against Bonsu. That's going to be all for the premier semifinals matchup here, and we're going to take a short break and jump into the finals matchup of the women's division.
Women's division, yep. We got Biggie Smalls taking on Carol Oy and Jackie Yu coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Stick around. We have women's finals and then premier finals coming up later in the afternoon.